welcome back. In this advanced English listening session, we're focusing on high-level vocabulary and expressions that appear frequently in professional discussions, academic contexts, and natural, fluent English conversations. This is designed for listeners who already understand English well and want to refine their vocabulary, accuracy, and overall clarity. Let's begin with the word inevitable. This word describes something that cannot be avoided, no matter what actions are taken. You'll often hear it in discussions about change, technology, or long-term trends. For example, change is inevitable in a competitive industry. Notice how this word adds a sense of certainty and seriousness to a statement. Another advanced term you'll encounter often is to facilitate. This verb means to make a process easier or more efficient. Instead of saying help, fluent speakers often choose facilitate in professional or formal settings. For instance, the new system was designed to facilitate communication between departments. This choice immediately raises the level of the language. Now, let's look at the phrase by no means. This expression is used to strongly emphasize a negative statement. When someone says, "This task is by no means simple," they are clearly stating that the task is definitely not easy. It's a powerful way to sound confident and precise without being emotional. Another important adjective is subtle. Something subtle is not obvious or easy to notice, but still significant. For example, there was a subtle change in his tone. This word is extremely common in advanced English because it allows speakers to describe nuance rather than extremes. ULL also hear the verb to address used in ways that go beyond speaking to someone. In advanced English, address often means to deal with or handle an issue. For example, the company needs to address customer concerns more effectively. This usage is very common in meetings, reports, and formal discussions. As you listen, notice how these words often appear in complete, well-structured sentences. Advanced English is not just about vocabulary, it's about how ideas are connected and developed clearly. In the next part, we'll continue with more high-level vocabulary, including precise verbs, abstract nouns, and expressions that help you sound thoughtful and articulate in English. Horeca Ikt, Part 2, Join Advanced Level, Tech Parker Dus Metin, Podcast Dinlamai, Eugen, Part 2, Advanced English Vocabulary Listening Podcast. Let's continue with more advanced vocabulary that frequently appears in well-structured English, especially in professional, academic, and analytical contexts. These words help you express ideas with greater precision and depth. A very common advanced noun is implication. This word refers to a possible effect or result that is not stated directly. For example, the decision has serious implications for the future of the company. Fluent speakers use this word when they want to sound thoughtful and aware of consequences. Another important adjective is consistent. While many learners know this word, advanced usage involves applying it to behavior, performance, or standards. For instance, she has been consistent in her approach to problem solving. This signals reliability and logical thinking. Now, let's look at the phrase to a certain extent. This expression is extremely useful when you want to partially agree without fully committing. For example, I agree with this idea to a certain extent. It allows you to express balance and nuance, which is a key feature of advanced communication. You'll often hear the word ultimately used to summarize or conclude an argument. For example, ultimately, the success of the project depends on teamwork. This word helps structure speech and writing clearly, guiding the listener toward a conclusion. Another advanced verb is to justify. This means to give valid reasons for an action or decision. This verb is commonly used in debates, evaluations, and critical discussions. In advanced English, efficiency is often discussed in abstract terms, such as systems, processes, or strategies. For example, the new workflow is more efficient than the previous one. Notice how this word often appears with comparisons. As you listen, pay attention to how these words are used to reduce ambiguity. Advanced English is about clarity, structure, and logical flow rather than complexity for its own sake. In the final part, we'll wrap up with more refined vocabulary and expressions that help you sound confident, precise, and fluent in real-world English. Let's move into the final part with advanced vocabulary that helps you express complex ideas clearly and confidently. It's about choosing the right words to express ideas accurately and calmly. Listening regularly to advanced level English will help these expressions become familiar and natural over time. If you found this session useful, like the video and subscribe for more advanced English listening practice. Keep listening, keep noticing patterns, and trust that your understanding will continue to grow. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.